Be advised, mature content ahead. This podcast is brought to you ad-free thanks to the Legion of Demons at patreon.com/NOTLP. If you like what you hear, there's much more at patreon.com/NOTLP. Join the Legion. That's patreon.com/NOTLP. And now the show.
How do you do? Just a word of friendly warning. I think it will thrill you. It may shock you. It might even horrify you. So if any of you feel that you do not care to subject your nerves to such a strain, now is your chance to, well, we've warned you.
COVID. What does it spell? COVID. What do we have? COVID.
Well, not me.
Not Kelley or Andy.
Are you cheering COVID on?
Go COVID. Amy and I have COVID.
We're fine. I mean, we're sick, but we're fine.
We're not going to be babies about it. We're very lucky that we didn't get it
so good
until now.
So you guys took my thing.
I'm sorry, Andy. I wanted that to be just your thing.
I was the horror podcaster with COVID. Now you guys are on my nuts.
I knew. I had a moment when we were at that concert, and I was with my mom in that crowded, packed ass, no masks room. I wasn't wearing a mask either. I'm the idiot. But I mean, and I was like, required. It's gonna happen.
We're even encouraged where we were at,
and it happened.
Yeah, there was a moment where Yola was like, everybody cough.
Yep.
Yeah, we were all like,
and here we are.
Everybody cough.
My today's symptom is just being excessively sweaty, but I think I may have stopped sweating.
Oh.
If anybody's wondering.
That means you're dying.
At home. Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's never good when you stop sweating entirely.
Are you a dead cheerleader, Amy?
I might be. Coldest pussy here.
Freddy, check her pussy, all right? Let me know. Cold or normal.
So
we're talking about All Cheerleaders Die, which you'll understand all those jokes later.
Yeah. So we've done cheerleaders this month.
We did them all.
Yeah, we've done 2 sets of cheerleaders so far.
We managed to get cheerleader in the title of all of them.
Yeah.
Which I didn't think we would.
What was the first one again?
Cheerleader camp.
Cheerleader camp. Then we did Satan's cheerleaders, and now we're doing cheerleaders.
All cheerleaders.
All cheerleaders die. A movie I'd seen before for Roulette years ago, and also has another connection to the show. Our friend John Wagner was the
unit production
manager on it.
Name drop.
Boom.
So he was a cheerleader wrangler.
Yeah, he's down in Lafayette directing a feature right now. That I'm excited about, but I only know what's on IMDb, and I'm sure he would tell me everything that's going on in it and spoil it. But I know just the concept sounds very cool.
A little busy right now.
It sounds like the van life kind of cabin Instagram influencer type characters is kind of the center of it, and it's a thriller. It looks pretty cool.
And that's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
So proud of John.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
nice
me too.
Yes, me too. As Amy, apparently Amy did, we waited after the end of the movie to see his name come up on the credits before turning the movie off.
Yeah. I do that for my friends.
I was like, my buddy is a part of this, and I want to see his name. And when I did, I was like, all right, turn this shit off now.
I don't need to see the rest of these people. I don't know them.
That's right.
I don't know you. And then you kick the screen.
You kick it right in its screen nuts. This was picked by Scott, right?
Yes. This is our listener pick for the month. Scott picked it.
Local Fogel.
From right down the street.
We're going to see him here in a week at Horror Hound Weekend, as long as Freddie and I are negative by then.
Yeah, we have to get negative tests. I need to tell them that we have it. I don't know that I've told them yet.
Okay.
Anywho.
Trust me, you're not going to be the only one that.
Oh, no, I'm sure.
I'm not going to go there if I'm still testing.
Yeah, if we're testing, we don't want to knowingly spread anything around.
Yeah.
Although maybe somebody did at the concert. Anyway.
Yeah, so what if I wanted to pick a movie and I'm a listener and I'm like, hey, I want to pick a movie? You go.
Well, here's what you do. You want to know what you would do?
I want to know, Kelley.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm thinking. because there are some things I can't nor won't hide. And what you would do is you would go to our thing, our website, notlp.com. Yes, thank you, Andy. I'm afraid that I'll be put away with WikiLeaks. Anyway, you go to notlp.com and you scroll down until you see the face of Bela Lugosi as Dracula. Yes. Amy, is that correct? and you click on it because you want to get on our mailing list, and that's how we pick your name randomly.
If you see Bela Lugosi,
you will never get an email, really, because that's my job and I won't do it.
And if you
There's only been one that went out ever.
Yeah.
It was a good one.
It was a good one.
We should start putting
Two.
a
I think
little
I
something
said
together
like
with that.
2.
Oh no, I don't know about that, but like I like that there were. I like the ones we got.
Yeah. I should do it more. I mean,
I don't know. I feel like you do an appropriate amount.
You guys want like a daily email out to the listeners to keep them updated on my sweating situation?
Hourly, Amy. I need hourly updates on your sweat.
My mom said she wanted me to text her like every 5 minutes, minute updates.
Did she?
She was joking.
Oh.
Just live stream your whole
my
life
COVID.
now.
Yeah, I shouldn't.
You could be put on Twitch. Is that what the kids are doing now?
I mean, they're.
I think that's that's for streamers.
Yeah, you're streaming your
Is that
video
like
games.
Virginia's for lovers?
Yep.
Twitch is for streamers. Is that people that pee on each other?
Hell is for children.
Probably for sure is something.
My stream.
Your dreamers and streamers.
Dreamers and streamers.
I can live chat with you like, ooh, piss harder. Woo.
Dreamers, streamers, gene creamers.
The streamers. The dreamers.
Why are there so many songs about gene cream?
And that leads right into it ain't easy being green.
I can't seem to turn a normal color.
I want to tell you guys and the listeners that Freddie finally got his wish.
I know my penis is 13 inches long,
Good job.
4 inches in diameter.
I'm glad you stuck with wishing.
Yeah.
Was it a monkey's paw's wish? Do you remember that?
Yeah, but my dead brother came back as part of the deal.
Was an even bigger dick?
I worded it poorly.
Well, that's right. An even bigger dick.
No, he finally got me to watch Citizen Kane.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you like it?
It's actually a really great movie.
It's a great movie, right?
It's a really great movie.
It's
It
very
is a really
modern.
good movie.
Yes, it's very modern.
In fact, it's what gave. I think it's like what gave us the modern movie look for the most part.
You know,
Yeah.
everybody talks about it and they say it's the greatest.
And then you
you're
get
like,
backlash.
yeah.
Yeah,
And I was like, there's no way. And you watch it, and I'm like, okay, I see it. I get it.
we've been taking turns picking these classic movies every week, and Amy just picked. What did we just watch?
Singing in the Rain.
Singing in the Rain. That's right. Another great one. Yeah. We're about 1,000 so far.
Amy, you picked a musical?
Well, I don't consider it a musical. I know it has
You don't
music in it.
consider Singing in the Rain a musical?
All right,
Because she
fine, it
liked
is.
it. It's not a musical if Amy like. It's like how a horror movie is a thriller if the right critic liked it.
Yes.
Amy, it's in the title.
I know that'd be.
They're not talking in the rain.
It's a dancing movie, not a singing movie.
Singing in the rain.
Andy talking in the rain.
It's not a musical. What, bitch?
I don't
I say what I
consider
want.
Phantom of the Opera a musical.
I liked it.
Yeah, I'm glad. That's very cool.
I want you all to know I thought Fred Astaire was in it until we watched it. I was like, oh, that's not Fred Astaire.
No, it's the
No,
was-
Gene Kelly.
Was that effect that you thought something happened?
Oh, the
but it didn't?
Mandela.
Oh yes. I think this is more like just shows you that it's okay. You don't have to know all that crap.
Oh, I don't care
Just
that I don't
movies
know.
are
I just thought
magic.
it was funny when we were watching it. I'm
Yeah.
like,
I thought he was in it too.
he's not
Yeah, I mean that's who cares, right?
at all.
I mean, like, let's just have some magic together. Let's
I
have a
will
little
say
movie magic.
I liked Singing in the Rain more than I liked Citizen Kane.
yeah,
Sure.
two
That's
very
not-
different
that's
movies.
not controversial. Yeah, I think it's. I haven't seen Citizen Kane in about 20 years, and I
Yeah.
don't remember liking it. But then I was a 20-year-old.
You'd been
and
20.
didn't have
Oh
that.
my god.
Yeah.
I also feel like I do feel like now that it being held up by all the cinema people. I think that's a thing of like the late 80s. And I feel like because the backlash was so powerful amongst film goers who supported genre work, I think now everybody regards it as just sort of what it actually is, which is just a great movie.
Yeah, the pretense has fallen away, and you realize it's kind of a trashy story. It's very soapy. It's very moving, though. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's basically a celebrity. It's the Aviator of its time. You know, it's a celebrity fictionalization kind of William Randolph Hearst.
Right. And he hated that shit so much he tried to have it destroyed. He had spies out there like trying to get a hold of copies of the negatives and burn them. But that's because it was dangerous. And that's the other thing. The movie still feels fresh, like you were saying. Like, we were watching it and I'm like, every beat of this is Trump's story or Robert Durst's story. Yeah. Poor little rich boy that you see over and over again. With the same results, where these damaged people go on to fuck their lives up and the lives of others.
I was a lot more sympathetic to what's his face.
Well,
than I would be to Trump or Robert Durst.
Charles Foster Kane.
Yeah, thank you.
Because you never got.
I could not, for the life of me, pull that one out of my brain.
You didn't spend those formative years with
formatives.
You don't spend that. We don't know that side of. We don't know any human side of Trump. All we see are the old Charles Foster Kane years. You know.
No, I'm not.
Did he have a human heart at some point?
I don't want to. You can't humanize Trump.
What was his rosebud? What was Trump's rosebud?
It's probably a butthole.
Just a disembodied butthole?
A McDonald's cheeseburger.
A rosebud is another term for butthole, isn't it?
Well, yeah. Well, the origin of rosebud, the William Randolph Hearst thing, it was his mistress's pussy, I think.
Here's the thing. Freddie is very knowledgeable about Citizen Kane because he's read things, listened to things. He understands it. And then when you're watching it with him, he don't shut up about it.
Oh, you don't even know how much I didn't say.
Don't even know.
I had to stifle it so much, man. I was like, I got to
stifle it, will you?
I just told her, I said, just read the trivia. I said, just do yourself a favor when we're done. Just read all the trivia. Right. And there's a great book called I think it's called The Battle for Citizen Kane. It is an awesome book that takes Orson Welles' story back to War of the Worlds and his boarding school days and all this stuff. It's awesome.
Well, Amy.
Yeah, it's Queen.
Don't feel bad because I love that movie, but I don't really know any of that stuff either.
Yeah, and I don't know that I care. But I'm glad you do, Freddie.
Yeah. Now, Amy, was Freddie watching you the whole time you were watching it to see your reaction?
There was an element of that. I knew if I picked up my phone, I'd be divorced.
I was mostly glued to the movie. It's such a great movie that we were just cozied up.
I'm thinking The Manchurian Candidate will be ours.
Oh,
next one.
That's a good
Forever
one.
too.
Because they were just talking about MK Ultra on last podcast on the left. And I was very fascinated.
It has Angela Lansbury in it.
And I want young, sexy Angela Lansbury. Was she ever young and sexy? Is she like Hume Cronin and was always old?
She's
always matronly.
I do think so. Like, if you look at Bed Knobs and Broomsticks, she really still looks exactly like she always looks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In the 70s, when she's in Sweeney Todd, she looks real old in Sweeney Todd. She looks older in Sweeney Todd than she actually looks in Murder She Wrote.
I feel like a younger Angela Lansbury looked like a human Betty Boop.
Yeah. I have seen pictures. I think that's actually pretty accurate.
I've seen giant eyes.
Yeah, I've seen her like headshots from like her early days in Hollywood. Like whenever it's her birthday, somebody posts like.
She's a treasure.
She is a treasure. Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's basically right what you said.
What?
What did I say? That she's always looked that way?
No, that Andy says she looked like a human Betty Boop.
Oh,
she's got a rectangular head,
or that Campbell soup baby,
like a heart shaped face.
The Gerber baby. She kind of has a Gerber baby head too.
Okay,
she's a package person.
We'll watch The Manchurian Candidate.
They're package people.
Come and meet the package people.
So you're saying she looks like a more palatable Garbage Pail Kid?
Yeah, she's a Garbage Pail Kid.
She's a Cabbage Patch Kid. We shouldn't be doing this.
To Angela Lansbury?
Yeah.
I love her.
I love her too, but she
Yeah, I
does
do
look
too.
like
I will
a package
shed a tear
person.
when she passes.
There's a reason those people are on packages.
Because it's good
They're
looking.
aesthetically pleasing.
Well, the Campbell's kids are cartoons.
Yeah, what about the Gerber baby? That was a real baby. I think they swap that baby out sometimes too.
Babies grow up.
Wasn't that a thing where they were like, you could
it's a
be the
contest.
Gerber baby?
It's a contest every year, I think.
Yeah.
I'm certain I don't know.
He's certain.
You're the only one with kids. Why do we know this and you don't?
I mean, we all engage with popular culture in different ways.
Oh, it's because I was a Gerber baby.
You were?
Oh,
You
I mean,
could've
I was
been.
fed Gerber.
You were terribly cute.
I know.
You know what? We were all
You were-
terribly cute babies.
I was fed
You were on
Gerber
the
into my
G.
teens.
Yeah.
Freddie's on the G.
Yeah. I'm on the G.
Anything else going on, everybody?
Ooh. Did we
No.
already say origins? We talked
We
about
just
that?
we just did our origins for episode 185 for 2010 again. That is on patreon.com/NOTLP.
Do you remember what we talked about in that episode?
How Sue
How Sue, yeah.
and some things we needed to apologize for.
Yeah,
You know, the
always.
usual.
Yeah.
The usual flav.
Are you
Yeah,
teased?
just think about it. We did a Japanese movie in 2010.
Yeah.
I wonder what we have to apologize for.
You could probably put it together.
Yeah.
But you have to listen because you don't know. There might be surprise offenses where you think it's all one thing and you're like, oh,
And from the
I
original.
thought it was going to be this. And it's actually
Yeah, we're keeping you on your toes.
Surprise!
You thought it was going to be racism, turned out to be misogyny.
Yeah, you never know.
That's how we do here.
Oh, speaking of which, Amy, I saw that,
Oh, I don't even want to talk about it.
Oh,
that
that was
you
funny.
put on Instagram about that review
I
that somebody
have
left for us.
looked at our iTunes reviews like maybe 4 times in my life because I will do this if the only person listening is my mom. I don't care. I really don't. And therapy has helped me work through some things where I would have cared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this guy a few years ago, I happened to be looking for an old episode to listen to. And it scrolled down in the podcast app and I saw a bad review and I was like, why you guys sing out a lady? And then I saw another bad one and it's the one I posted on Instagram. If anybody's interested, it's Amy NOTLP. And me as the lone female in the group.
The lone female.
I just love that description as the lone female.
Anybody who
Like we're wolves or something.
calls women
She puts
female.
out a zine. She's the lone female, baby.
Lone female, baby. On the savannah, stalking her prey. No, I'm hyper opinionated and shrewish. And then he goes on to say that we are misogynistic. And I'm like, sir.
It was a weird blend. It was like
And
a coffee.
and
That,
homophobic. Don't forget.
And homophobic. And again, sir.
He said our show is terribly homophobic and misogynistic.
And I wouldn't disagree at points in time. Because there were points in time where those things happened. We have changed. We're not perfect. We're not like perfect beings at all.
Speak
but
for
we are
yourself.
not
Yeah.
those
people.
things.
When was that review from?
It was from a few years ago. It was when Mikey was still with us. So what's funny is
'Cause he's
I don't
shaded
know.
Mikey,
He
too.
He couldn't have heard anything then. We were good by then.
Mike is a kind, gentle soul who brought happiness.
Yeah.
We had switched over. We'd left the dark side at that point.
Yeah.
Dork-sided.
Mike was our overcorrection swing to nice from naughty, and then now we're back right in that sweet zone between
Sweet
nice
zone,
and
baby.
naughty. Right here, you know what I'm talking about.
The tank.
Freddie's stroking a taint, and that's how we represent the sweet spot, which I agree with.
Yeah.
But so that person, I don't know what they thought they heard, but it wasn't what they said.
Right. Well,
I don't know what you
It's
think
like-
you heard, but it wasn't what I heard you
Interesting.
said.
I just found it more
Smell.
hilarious than anything. I know it's
Yeah.
not. They're not criticizing me because they like me.
yes, you're fine.
But it was just funny how it was just so clinical the way they described it. Like the lone female is shrewish.
What's funny is I have screenshots of a few. So then I was like, how many more where I am just singled out?
Isn't that,
And then I found a
Oh, I
handful.
love that show.
isn't that a
on
Led
MTV.
Zeppelin lyric?
What
The lone female is shrewish.
should be.
Mm.
The one of my favorite people on this earth, Mark Newell, who used to be on Bloody Good Horror, commented, he's brilliant, and he said, funny she doesn't look shrewish. And I love him for that. I love him for that.
Oh, that's good. That's Mel
That
Brooksian.
That's rich.
That's
That cream.
That's a smart fella. We know. Would there have been a time in my life, even 5 years ago, where I would have been like, well, Amy, you need to shut up and keep it down? I don't feel that way anymore.
Good.
I will do what I want to do on this show that is 1/4 my time.
And you'll do it with COVID.
It's your prerogative.
Amy.
Yeah.
You're sounding kind of shrill right
And
now.
here, I can't be shrewish with this much snot.
She is going to do
my
it
head.
backwards in heels with COVID.
Bitch.
Yeah, I'm a bitch. So what?
I am
Plus
extremely
smoking a
hyper
Virginia
opinionated.
Slim.
Yeah.
Also, we got dinged a lot for not being very research driven, and it's like, well, it's fine. That's just not
you
what
went
we're
down
gonna
a
do
rabbit
here.
hole.
Yeah, because then I'm like, I haven't looked at these. A lot of these reviews are from years ago, so like whatever. Those people are probably dead.
We're more research driven now. So
they don't know how
No,
research.
we just
we
don't
are.
really have a lot of reviews now.
I really
have
took
Wikipedia
those
up at all times.
I take those reviews so to heart. That's why we restructured everything we do around them.
No,
we
like,
cite
yeah.
cite our resources too.
But I
Well,
don't.
we hired a couple of interns to do
Yes.
our research for us.
I don't. So the thing is, if you don't like it, turn it off and move on. You don't have to be an
Right.
asshole about it. But
We've got
people
two
do.
knobs. They tune in Tokyo.
Well, here's the thing.
People do
like,
use reviews, so I don't mind people saying they don't do any research. All they do is try to make each other laugh. I'm fine with that because then you can move on if that's not your thing. Just say
That
it.
is
That's
what
fine.
we do. We
And
try to make each
yeah.
other laugh.
I don't know what type of show we are. Like I said, we're not for everybody, and I'm appealing to the people that we appeal to. You know what I mean?
We're very much doing a show that I like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I forced that on us. I don't
It's
know.
our show. I don't think there's many
Yeah.
shows like us out there. It's not like I listen to a lot of podcasts, but other shows do their research. We don't.
What's a podcast again? It's like
It's
a
like a
radio.
radio.
show.
What's this then?
Can we get you to get the whiteboard out and write what is a podcast on it, and then like we can explain it to people like we used to do?
You guys want
Yeah.
to hear something cool?
Is it your stomach? Because I could hear it through my headphones.
You just keep going. And
Freddie's put the microphone on his stomach.
Let nature take its course.
Didn't you eat?
Not in a while.
I don't know that I have anything else to say other than
Thanks for
welcome to our
listening.
show.
Yeah.
It's first day of spring.
I hope. Yes. Woo! And you know how I know? There's so many. Like I wake up in the morning and there's like 5 fucking roly polies in my bathroom, just chilling
I wake
out.
up in the
I thought I was doing
morning.
Kesha.
Yeah.
Were you quoting Kesha, Amy?
I don't mind to. I like her, but I wasn't. I was talking about the roly polies in my bathroom,
Roly polies.
or pill bugs for some people.
Isopods.
Nothing.
I was a roly poly.
I was a roly poly. Some people call them potato bugs too.
There's
don't
a
they?
cop when you need one.
But what's funny is those aren't potato bugs. Potato bugs are horrifying to look at. Look up
Are
a
they?
potato bug. Oh my God. Yeah. Google it.
Oh my God! Yes.
Oh yeah, potato bugs are terrible.
Kelly knows all the terrifying bugs.
I know a lot of them.
And they do not taste at all like potatoes.
No.
My
But they-
stomach
but-
wouldn't make the noise.
But they are starchy.
Potatoes.
Oh, it
What
feels
can
like
you-
one's coming though.
Okay.
Kelly, what can you do with potato bugs?
Well, you can put them in a stew.
Oh yeah, you can mash
Thank
them.
you.
You can't mash them.
Can you make shrimp salad?
You can't boil them. I can't put together what you do with what Samwise would tell you to do with them.
I want to make a restaurant that's Samwise and bubblegum. Potato shrimp and potato company.
Potatoes and shrimp.
Bubba Sam's.
Bubba Sam's potato shrimps.
Potato shrimps.
Potato shrimps.
Potato shrimps. Yeah.
Oh my God.
A match made in heaven. Potato and shrimps.
It's just different combinations of potatoes and shrimp.
Come on in. They have my axe and my family's barbecue recipe. Now my tummy's growling again.
Oh gosh.
All right. What do you want to get to straight to video?
Yeah,
Russian
let's do that.
You gonna squeeze? You're gonna tease your squeeze? You gonna squeeze him?
Are you gonna
Having
tease
a
your
hard
squeeze?
time.
You're having a hard time.
I mean, my list, I haven't added to it in so long, and I got like shit all.
You got shit all.
Well, you got to tease your squeeze a little bit longer if you know. Sometimes it takes
yeah.
longer.
We haven't done something like this in a while. If you could guest star on any TV show, what show and what role?
Oh, okay. I like it.
That's a good one.
Yeah. All right. We'll be right back.
Just know that they're canceling Maury after 30-something years. You can't be on Maury Povich show.
So I can't get the test results back?
Right. You are not on television anymore.
Oh, damn it.
Hello, boys and girls. It's time for Straight-to-Video Russian Roulette.
Darby, 11 days. Honestly, what are we doing here?
I told myself the same thing. Rehab doesn't work, but...
Excuse me, Darby. Phone for you.
My mom is in the hospital. I have to leave.
Darby, you know the rules. You leave and you're back in jail.
Closed.
I have to get to Salt Lake City.
No one's getting through until the storm passes. I opened up the visitor center for some folks and waited out there.
So what's your name?
Darby.
Sandy.
Yeah.
I'm Ash.
Bars?
Do you have the Wi-Fi?
No, there's no Wi-Fi.
I got one bar by the tree for about 10 seconds.
Get you out of here, okay? Promise.
Hey, are you okay? Make yourself comfortable.
Want to play?
We are here till the storm clears.
Getting you out of here as soon as I can.
The trick is play the man, not the hand.
Everybody's got a tell, huh? What's yours?
You're gonna have to figure that one out for yourself.
Go!
Put your weapon down! 3!
I don't want to die here.
2!
I have to go now.
Oh, it's gonna be a long night.
That's a good trailer.
Yeah. No Exit is the name of the movie. It's on Hulu right now. It's Fozzie mentioned that he had watched it and he's like, meh, it's fine. And so, I went into it knowing that I think he's right. It's like slightly better than fine. So I will recommend it, and I won't.
So it's fine.
It's fine. I won't spoil anything other than it's a movie called No Exit.
This is a film.
So when Fozzie and I were talking about it, he was talking about how it's kind of like a bottle episode of a TV show. And you can see this from the trailer. Our main character, Darby, she's in rehab for drug problems.
She's trying to give them up.
I don't think she's really trying that hard.
Oh, okay.
She's kind of you get the impression she's kind of been an asshole about, and this is like her 6th, 7th, 8th time. She finds out that her mom is sick. They won't let her leave because they think she's lying again. So she sneaks out, steals one of the rehab people's car, and heads off for Salt Lake City. She's in Sacramento. So you start to go through mountains and shit when you're crossing that away.
It's beautiful.
And it gets
Mountains
very
out
snowy.
that way.
Yeah. I was like, wait, isn't she in California? Why is it snowing? And then I figured it out.
You're like, mountains, bitch.
She finds out, the road's closed. Police, stop her. And they're like, listen, you can turn back around, or you can go to this visitor center up the road, and they've opened it up for people to stay till the road's clear. So she heads to the visitor center, and there she encounters all the other people that are waiting. Dennis Haysbert.
Yeah, I love
who you
him.
gotta love.
From those commercials.
Allstate.
And from
and 24.
24, he's the president.
And Buck Rogers.
President.
Buck Rogers, yeah. Who was he on Buck? What was his character? His character
was just like
kind of a real minor character.
ensign or whatever
Yeah.
kind of level character, because he was young then.
Yeah.
And then his wife, who's played by Dale Dickey, who her. Her face, she's a very successful character actress, mostly on TV, I would think.
Plays a lot of prostitutes.
My Name is Earl.
Yeah,
if you
My
remember.
Name is Earl.
Yeah.
And the
Or
other
Sex
show
Workers.
that they did. Oh shit! She might even have been the same character. Raising Hope.
Raising Hope.
Yeah.
That's
Showed
right.
up.
Yeah.
That was great.
She's wonderful. I love her. So they're a couple.
She is playing against type in the like the it's this character.
She is
I
not
only
a
saw
worn
that
out
moment. Yeah.
prostitute a la My Name is Earl.
Sex
But
work.
yeah.
Are we? Is sex worker
worker,
the right
sorry.
thing now? I'm sorry. I was just making sure. I said the same thing.
There's another couple of young guys, one weirdo, and then one like conventionally handsome fella. And they're all just waiting in this place. They can't get a signal. They're all
dead?
alone.
They're all dead, right?
They've been dead the whole time. No.
That's like that was a trope that we always said when people are like thrown together in a situation that we all say they're dead, right?
They've been dead. I won't confirm nor deny, but that I'll just deny in case that would prevent you from watching the movie or not. That is not what is happening. So yeah, I will confirm.
One of us always
and
lies.
deny.
One of us always tells the truth.
I will do both. I will confirm that I am denying.
It's Schrodinger's ending. You won't know until you watch the movie.
The ending doesn't exist until you see it.
They could all be dead or they could all be alive. You won't know until you watch it.
While Darby's trying to get a signal outside, somebody said they could get like a bar over by this tree in the parking lot.
Terrence Trent D'Arby.
Never gonna give.
That's Rick Astley.
That's Rick Astley.
Rick Astley. Never
Wishing
gonna
Well.
Rick.
Wishing Well is.
With her head wishing well, kiss and tell.
Yeah.
Backwards and heels with COVID.
Yeah.
Virginia Slim blazing.
So while she's out there, she discovers a young girl in the back of a van who's like tied up, duct tape on her mouth, screaming for help. And it kind of goes from there. I'm not going to say anything else. The movie doesn't leave this area, so it feels very much like a bottle episode of people that strangers together figuring it out.
Strangers trying to
It's the
figure
thing.
out
It's the
where
fucking.
to
It's
go.
identity.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
all those things.
Who to trust.
Who's the traffic? Who's kidnapped the little girl?
Yeah. Gets a little twisty. Some of the like how it shakes out is a little silly. It's not super silly. The movie works well
with others.
No.
It's hired.
You're hired.
I like the
What-
cut. I like
Amy,
the
what
cut
are-
of your director's cut.
What are the strengths and weaknesses of this movie?
It's it works too hard. No,
That's the weakness.
I guess the expression
I'm
would
just
be,
too much of a perfectionist.
I love the cut of your edit
There you go.
instead of jib.
I really liked the main actress.
It's a jib.
She was really good. Haysbert.
He hazed
Fantastic.
He birded it up. The
Dale
only
Dickey
way a haze can.
is amazing. The two dudes are fine.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was fun. It was fun.
How was the truck?
I just realized that Haysbert is just multiple things that Ernie says to Bert because he says, "Hey Bert," and his name is Haysbert. Haysbert.
Oh, buddy Bert.
Did you just realize that?
Yeah.
Haysbert.
Remember the Hey Virginia thing that happened? We were watching Farscape.
We're not playing that game
Oh,
anymore.
it was weird.
Freddie-
These people's names are stupid.
Freddie can't read. Okay. No Exit. It's a perfectly cromulent movie. I think it is an hour and a half finely spent.
All right.
Acceptably spent.
It's too bad his name isn't Ernie. Ernie Hayes Bert. Hey, Bert. I Ernied you. I mean, I Bert you. No, I hazed you. I did one of these things.
Oh, my God. How do I get him to stop?
Ernie Hayes
Well, you want to spin the wheel of fate?
Spin the wheel of death. All right, so let's see who's going to watch next week's movie.
What's the movie?
That wheel is terrifying. Look at it.
So terrifying.
Listener, I wish you could see the wheel we have.
If you want to see it,
That's like a beach ball.
There's bones. Oh, well, Andy told us what.
Oh,
Made of
sorry.
bones.
It looks like a terrifying beach ball.
No, it is a terrifying beach ball in its simplicity. It's like this is what you would see if you went insane.
this is wheelofnames.com that I'm using. I just want to give credit where credit's due. And there's like a random YouTube ad playing in the corner.
And they changed their colors to the Ukrainian flag colors.
They did.
That's nice.
Oh, all right.
The movie is called The Seed. It can be found on Shudder.
Mm-hmm.
What starts out as a girls' weekend away in the Mojave Desert becomes a tale of horror, death, and alien invasion.
Seed.
I think I
Ooh,
saw the
love
trailer for
aliens.
this. I think I saw the trailer for this.
The Seed. Okay.
Okay, here we go. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
The sound design on this website is out of this world. Do I have to move this so I can see it? Oh, it's me.
Friday.
Thank you.
And we have
Congratulations.
clapping.
Preach.
Congratulations.
So that's
Congratulations.
That's good to know.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Fred, are you going to stay or spin again?
I'm gonna go for what's
Deal or
behind
no
door
deal?
number 2. It has Toshiba guts. Okay. Toshiba guts.
Welcome to the squad, bitch. Oh, crazy friggin' dream. What is happening? All 4 of you died last night.
I saved you.
Lynn is a witch.
That's not nice, Maddie. You shouldn't call people names.
You guys are okay?
Sure. Not what you used to. Buenos dias.
Hello?
I think my friends are hungry. Look what we just did to Lena's neighbor. I feel freaking fantastic. Mr. Big Bad Wolf himself.
There's only one outcome when people play games with me, Maddie.
Playtime's over, Terry.
What's going on? Somebody got killed and I'm going to pee.
What a fun movie.
This movie was awesome. I love this movie. I had never seen it before. Good job, filmmakers. Good job, Lucky McKee and John Wagner, the 2 main forces behind this movie.
And thanks to Fogel for
It was a good pick.
selecting it.
I said this would have paired really well with Jennifer's Body.
Yeah. It's the same subgenre, which is women becoming supernatural in some way and fucking up all the men that fucked them up.
It also felt very, I said it also could have been like a random story in the Buffyverse somewhere else that didn't involve the Slayer, but was, it's kind of a vampire movie anyway.
Is that okay? Is that what they were?
Here's the thing. I don't think I think we got to not quantify down to the level that we usually try to do.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's like a vampire-esque kind of idea. They're undead. They drink blood. They have powers.
That's all you need to know.
It's the basics.
That could have been like a tagline in the trailer, Kelly.
Are they succubi?
Well, I don't think so because they don't just fuck it. They only fuck when they want to fuck.
Right. So, okay, this movie is set in high school, like their senior year. They're supposed to all be high school students. I was mildly uncomfortable.
Oh, not me.
With the sexualizing of
that's
very young women.
That's high school movies in Hollywood. That's been a trope forever.
And I know they are all much older, these actresses, and it's fine, but it's just like...
I mean, I feel they did that in Buffy, too.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just like, that's a lot of high school cheerleader ass I'm seeing.
That's what
they were
I loved
wonderful asses. They were beautiful asses.
But it fits the tone of the movie. It wasn't like a grounded...
No, you're absolutely right.
By the way.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
I mean, if you put it on the movie that we're watching, you know what I mean?
Yeah, cheerleaders are sexy. I mean, what are you going to do about it?
I don't know. Just be jealous, I guess.
Yeah. But, I was pleasantly
I'm not judging you. I'm just saying I'm not, I don't have that.
I loved the movie.
Yeah, I was
100%.
pleasantly surprised by this.
Me too.
It gave me just a lot of nostalgia for the type of movies that, like late 90s, early 2000 teen movies.
Yeah. And
because I don't think we don't see too many horror movies set in high school anymore. And I feel that was a thing when we were teenagers that we saw a lot of. And it's just a nice nostalgia trip.
It definitely had a throwback vibe, but it was also what I loved about it. It was real goofy, but it also, and kind of, I mean, this is a sort of a Lucky McKee thing. It was also super intense. Like I loved sort of this progression where it starts off, you think really goofy, and it's going to be this snarky, thing. And then it just morphs into this kind of horrifying domestic, like just teenage violence.
Yeah. It feels like Bully, that movie Bully.
Yeah, it's like, it's like McKee does so well is character development.
Yeah.
It makes you care about these people. Like when all the stuff was happening to them, they started off as stereotypical mean girls, and I thought that was all they were. But then they show like dimensions to their, character, and I felt for them when these bad things were happening to them.
Yeah,
and I wanted them to have justice.
Yeah, and the scenes of the violence between the kids, it was really intense. That made me uncomfortable. Like, but in the way that it was supposed to,
Like when she gets punched and everything.
Yeah, that anytime, or just even before she was punched, the acting was so solid. And again, the movie, everyone was working at their top, because just the feel, like I felt like the atmosphere among those kids, like just how like how bad the vibe was before even any violence erupted. Like it just felt like this is going to be, this is a bad scene.
That quarterback character is, he's actually pretty scary. He's kind of a
very scary character. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and he you get that vibe from him. I think that guy did a great job. I can't remember his name. And I think I commented on it when we covered this originally back when we did it for Roulette, but, it's over the top. What he's doing is very over the top. He's kind of channeling like that, like Tom Cruise, like Denzel Washington, top tier intensity those guys have, where it's just like, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to put everything right into the camera, and you're going to be like, I'm a menace, I'm just going to be there on the other side of this thing, just waiting to take advantage and do my thing. And he's so nasty.
Very, very intense. Everyone, like, and Andy's like everyone, even the stoner kids, everyone felt at a certain point they would bounce back and forth from cartoonish to very real to cartoonish, in the way that like a cartoon, like, how like King of the Hill or even Rick and Morty characters sometimes feel very human, or even more human than actual people in sitcoms. I feel like this movie was able to do that, where it was, is this based on a comic book?
It was a short film before.
A short film. Okay. Yeah. I saw it was based on something. Yeah. It has that kind of vibe to it, where it's like, it is over the top, but you also feel deeply connected.
And even the other football players besides the quarterback.
Yeah.
They had dimension to them too. They weren't just totally just 100% assholes. Yeah. They had some dimension to them. I mean, I know that even like the main quarterback character, the awful evil guy, he had some.
I don't think he was the quarterback, you guys.
Or he wasn't the quarterback. He was like the captain.
Yeah,
maybe,
the captain.
Team captain. We're using generic high school terminology here because
I just assumed I just assumed he was quarterback.
The quarterback was the one that was the nicest of the kids.
Oh, he was the nice one. Let's see. I didn't even notice what positions they played.
See, they circumvented your expectations.
I don't see positions.
Yeah,
except for doggy style.
Oh, you're like, look there, I saw it.
No, more of like
the main, kind of like the main character, like your protagonist is Maddie, right?
I
Maddie.
think so. Was her name? Yeah.
It kind of changes a little bit.
Like the main ish in the beginning.
In the beginning, is Maddie.
She's filming her friend, the cheerleader, like a day in the life of her life, and gets to witness the last day of her life. That like shocked me.
Oh my God. That was it was like, whoa, that's a great tone.
Even the sound of it, of her being missed from the catch. And
breaking her neck.
Yeah, you didn't see it happening, but you heard it in the reaction. And that was, like Kelley said, that was pretty intense.
Oh, we talked about that too. Like the neck break sound being so visceral. Like
the, we're doing cheerleaders because it's National Cheerleader Safety Month. Mm-hmm. And we were watching a cheerleader be unsafe because she's showing off for the camera and they throw her entirely too high and they don't catch her. She lands on her neck and dies.
If you said of all three of these films, these cheerleaders making bad choices. Like being thrown, but then again, what?
I'll tell you.
Pretty cool.
Just a few days later, they're back to practice and back to, this time it's tryouts and they're back to doing the throws in the air. And I didn't see any additional safety measures being taken after one of their own just died.
They were probably still doing exercises while they were removing her remains from the field because quarterfinals or some shit was coming up.
Quarterfinals.
Maddie,
if you guys watch the series Cheer on Netflix, you know that cheerleaders are very driven and intense people. So I feel that somebody dying in front of them is not going to deter them from practicing.
Okay.
If you want to be the best, you win by millimeters.
Maddie is trying out for this new spot that opened up on the squad.
What spot opened?
She's kind of a weirdo. She's like not. They do a great job again of you expect it to be a very hard line between these kids and these social groups. Like, no way are we letting a nerd on because they almost play it like that, but then they don't really do that. It's always they kind of come right back from it. They'll push you up to the line of that. And then they're like, no, just kidding. These kids are normal.
Yeah. Well,
not normal, but these kids are,
I know
they're not just a cookie cutter.
They're not just a cliche.
Yes. Thank you.
She makes it on the squad. And then you get her saying to her own video diary, I'm going to infiltrate the cheerleaders of the football team and I'm going to wreak my revenge and destroy them all or whatever. And you don't really know why, nor do you necessarily care. And then Maddie sets out to finger bang one of them. Good for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And good for Tracy.
Yeah.
She said
for both of them.
She had her world rocked.
Yeah. That was one of the three people who made her come. And that includes herself.
Yeah.
That was a lovely, so they're having this outside party.
It was a great confrontation with the football player character Terry.
Yeah.
Very
Terry
Stephen Kingy.
Very Stephen Kingy.
He realizes kind of what's going on between Maddie and Tracy when the head cheerleader, now that what's her face died. And also she's been dating old dead what's her face's boyfriend since
Alexis,
she died.
I think that's her name.
Yes.
What's
Alexis
her smushed face?
Is the dead girl. Terry was her boyfriend, but now that she's dead, Terry has been dating Tracy. But Tracy just got her world rocked, and she's not up for his bullshit because she hears he's been cheating.
Yeah.
So there's a confrontation.
I thought you were going to end that
and
paragraph.
He's just not a great dude. They all kind of this is another thing where this guy was on his way to maybe losing some of his power. Like there's a large part of that where this cheerleader squad all at once is kind of over this dude.
Yeah.
And even his own crew, even though they back him up more or less, even they're kind of shocked. I mean, ultimately the shock goes away and they're all back to normal eventually. But that's what I love about this movie is these like weird, real moments where you can see like, he wasn't going to be like this magical. If things had gone normal, like, and there hadn't been the supernatural or this horrible accident, like it wasn't a cookie cutter outcome. I don't know if I'm just rambling.
Yeah.
I feel like he was an opportunist too. Like, and I get the impression, I think he may not have been just a future serial killer. I think he had already killed some people because later when he throws that knife in her back, he says, "I never done that before." As if he had killed somebody, but he never done it in such an extreme way. Well, he does have
this hunting knife that he just has.
But you remember when Amy was like earlier was saying so-and-so's dating so-and-so, you had all the names and stuff. I kept waiting for you to just stop and be like, I don't mind the sun sometimes, man. That Butthole Surfer song where it's like they were doing it. Pepper, thank you. That's the song. And then I thought about that song for a minute, and that song in this movie have the same vibe.
They do. I hear that song frequently. It's on one of my playlists.
It's a great song.
Yeah.
I'm still confused.
You know the song.
No, I know the song. I just don't know why.
Earlier you were like,
no,
you said it very rhythmically. You were like, Tracy's dating da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Okay, I'm here.
And it reminded me of that, like, the cadence.
Were you confused too, Andy?
No, I was busy watching your face, watching Freddy.
And it was one of pure, unadulterated, what the fuck?
Anyways, I was a roundabout way of saying, like, you saying that what you were, the content of what you're saying, the rhythm you were saying it in, of the high school cheerleaders and the football players, and I'm like, oh my god, this movie feels like that song, Pepper by the Butthole Surfers.
Yeah,
Butthole. Is it Butthole?
Butthole.
Yeah,
Butthole.
They So this confrontation we talked about, like Terry she tells him that just to say he has a small penis it's not good enough for how she wants to humiliate him. So she goes in on what Kelley and I were discussing earlier, but then he just straight up decks her
hard.
Does she hit him first?
No.
Okay.
She's yelling at him and in his face, but he just decks her. And what is upsetting, I mean, it's supposed to be, is how his dudes rally around him.
They are all scared of him.
I don't know if they rallied.
You're right.
Rally makes it sound like...
I think they were shocked, too, what was happening, and they didn't know how to react.
Well, and they did. I felt like it was sad in that they were not strong enough in their own selves to, like, they just sort of fell in line because they didn't know. And I think this was such, what I feel like is such a real moment where these teenage kids are confronted with something that they're like, oh shit, this is not, I don't know how to handle this. And they're given a decision and a choice to make. And it's hard to make, what might be, it just is this very real moment. So I don't know if they rallied, but they definitely
stood by him.
Chose that side for sure.
I mean, the girls are like, we're gonna tell, and your fucking career, your football, you're done,
Yeah.
And so the girls run, get the car and get out of there, but the guys are right on their tail.
And this is, I feel like, a situation that happens. This is how some of these things I think that you see in like true crime shows occur, where it's like they're now going to go tell that this happened and that these boys didn't do anything. And so to them, they all see this, oh, we're all gonna get fucked on this. Nobody can know about this. It's like they don't even know what they're gonna do. But
this is another intense moment because I was thinking, what are they gonna do if they catch up with these girls?
Exactly.
Well, won't be good.
Yeah.
So it's like this.
Oh, dude, that shot. I just wanted to say real quick, like when they go chasing after her and the witch character, she's sitting in her car.
Chasing
on the side
after
of the road.
who?
when they leave the party and they're on the road.
Oh,
and
they're driving.
And they're driving.
The football players are chasing. Yeah, the girls get the cheerleaders get in one car and speed off.
Yeah,
and the football players pursue.
They pursue them, but then in the meantime, the witch character she has had this moment where she becomes upset and has split off and gone to her car on the roadside.
She used to be the girlfriend of Maddie,
yeah,
right?
And she's clearly hella jealous and kind of not stalking her, but like, why are you there? These aren't your friends.
And that's another thing I like, is another nostalgia bit. Goth characters in horror movies.
She was very goth.
She was May.
Yeah. I miss. Yeah, she was even looked like her.
Yeah, totally. I think that was for sure deliberate.
Yeah, and I just missed that from like 90s, early 2000 horror movies of the goth character.
This also, and I like this movie way more. And this is gonna really make some people go, "Oh, Kelley, I really like this movie so much better than The Craft," which is another one that I feel like.
I'm with you. I like it more than The Craft.
It's in a similar genre. I won't say they're alike in a lot of ways, but
they're high school movies.
Oh, I feel like they're different movies, though. I feel like this one was aiming for comedy, and I feel The Craft played it more straight.
Yeah.
What happens is the girls are run off the road by the dudes, and they end up in this river, fast moving river. The car like almost completely submerged, and the guys are like, damn. And then Terry, our mean dude, is like, and we'll leave.
And he's like, he says, I can't help, she's a bad driver kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was like,
and they all leave. But our ex-girlfriend witch lady, she sees that this has happened and stumbles across the scene and gets the girls all out of the car, but basically they're dead. They've died. Some of them have
very intense scene. Sorry, I just wanted to.
Also beautifully shot. Like the way they used the color and the water and everything else. Like it was really well done.
Like they've been like pierced by things. Some of them are bleeding. Like it's bad. She pulls them all up onto the shore, and then she gets out her trusty crystals, and then the crystals.
Well, she strips them away because she finds Maddie. Right, is the one the blonde girl that she had.
That's
or not the blonde girl. I mean the other one, her ex-girlfriend. When she finds her, like she pulls her towards her, and she casts that little satchel of stone she wears around her neck, and they land just in this like perfect formation. And there looks like it's kind of important, right? It's in this shape, and there's this great moment where the light they use, whoever designed this, it's like it reminds me of those jewels Andy made for me, that little treasure chest.
Where, don't bleed on them because it's gonna unlock something off.
Oh my god. Is it the doggy dooley opens up all by if I bleed on the doggy dooley opens and the whole yard farts? But
no, it's your pet's buried in your backyard. It could come back alive.
Come back to life.
Yeah.
Well, see, their blood ends up on the stones, and there's this great light effect, and it brings them back from the dead, but they're a little fucked up. It's very Pet Sematary too.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. It's really great. And then two of them they get the wrong soul in the wrong body.
The two sisters, like the younger sister is a mascot and the older sister is like a Bible thumping cheerleader. It's very interesting, but they switch bodies because I think it was just like, oh shit, that stone was there. I don't know. They didn't say why.
It might have been visually like indicated during the weird, because I like how they handled the blood in that scene where they come to the stones.
It was very clearly digital blood,
but they did something to make that okay that it was digital, because they also made it kind of solid.
And it was very magic-y. Like I liked that effect.
It was stylized.
Yeah, it was stylized. And so, I think it was that maybe some of the stone that got the one sister's blood on it went in the other sister and vice versa. It was very vice versa in that moment.
It was very Judge Reinhold, Fred Savage kind of dealio. And then they're like crazy bad bitches that are some kind of vampire succubus thing. Zombies.
Yeah.
And they go forth and get their revenge.
And they come back to school, which is this great moment.
You got to do the sexy slow-mo walk down the hallway. Everybody did it. The Craft, Jawbreaker, this movie.
May does it.
May.
the only thing I said, the only opportunity you missed, you should have played Living Dead. The song they play over that scene is great, but if you'd played Living Dead Girl, it would have been
would have been too on the
Chef's
nose,
kiss.
wouldn't it?
Chef's kiss for me.
Because I love the song they used.
Yeah.
I love it.
After watching this scene, I have a new goal in life is to walk sexily down a hallway and all eyes like turn on me like, ooh, who's
Andy,
that?
oh my God, let's go get gowns. Let's go get our hair done. And then we'll just do it. I can do slow-mo on my phone.
Yeah.
We'll find a hallway.
You want to be another?
We'll do that horror hound.
Okay.
What's that song goes? Oh woohoo hoo, oh woohoo hoo. You know that? Oh woohoo. Is this helping anyone? Oh woohoo.
All right, nobody knows.
Keep
It's a
saying it, Freddie.
90s song.
It's okay.
Yeah, if that's the
not gonna
song
work.
that would play for you, Andy.
Buddy Holly?
No.
That Blur song?
No. It's like the whole band going, oh woohoo hoo, oh woohoo.
Please stop. I can't.
It's a 90s song. It probably has something to do. They probably mention like stuff like flannel and denim in the lyrics. Denim. And
How's it
Mr.
go,
Belvedere's.
Are the football players are like, holy shit, they're fine. Phew, good. Except you dumbasses. Except Terry. And he's like, something's up with these bitches. Well, guess what? Something is up.
He goes after him like he's Thanos, and those are the Infinity Stones.
They have Infinity Stones in their bodies,
Yeah.
keeping them alive.
That's another thing I liked about this movie, that he figured it out right away. There was no like, what's going on type of thing.
We also had that conversation where this movie doesn't make you have to go through this whole rigmarole of convincing people things are real. Elise had the exact same thing
there's
you
no
said.
like, there's like big research moment where he was trying to figure out what happened. He pieced it together by seeing things, and
And they don't even dress it up, because he does say, "Oh, this I'm gonna swallow this," and that's how he gets the power. He swallows the rock.
He steals the witch's sex stones. Her nuts, her stone sack, her stack.
Were those just for sex?
Sacks.
They were sex.
His sack.
Okay, now we were having a weird rhythm game, you and me.
I don't know what I was doing.
I didn't know what I was doing. Were you saying sex?
No. I was trying not to.
You were saying sex, Freddie.
Yeah, Freddie.
No, but she said it first, right?
He's trying to get me to admit that I said sex, but I didn't. I meant I might have, but I didn't mean to.
Sex stones is what I heard.
Sack of stones.
Sex stones.
There you go.
For your Kegels.
He steals them, and our witch lady is like, "Oh no!"
Our witch lady. I went to that school.
She has a stone in her too, even though she's still alive.
She's like got a purple stone. The rest of them have green stones. She's like the main.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, because she's alive. She doesn't have to feed on people.
Right.
Do you think it's her like life force keeping them alive?
It's something like that.
Yeah. I love the ending of this. Oh, I'm sorry, Kelley.
Oh, no, I was saying I'm not sure. I was answering like, I don't know if that's it or not.
This has a great final jump scare to it that is like kind of like a nice nod to Carrie, but also a nod to Return of the Living Dead, all mashed up in one. And I love that moment so much when they set it up for a sequel. Was that the original cheerleader, right? That pops out of the ground?
Yeah.
The one who broke her neck?
Lexi.
Yeah.
Yep.
We have the big confrontation between Terry, who now has a bunch of stones in his body, and he's super powerful.
He's super vampire.
I felt so bad when he was picking off these girls one by one because
I did. I actually felt terrible. I was like,
especially Terry's fate, the blonde one.
Tracy.
With all the
Tracy, she was my favorite one.
Yeah. Like I felt for these characters. So when he was like going like methodically going after each one and
it was terrible.
Yeah. I just really like these characters, and it hurt me when it hurt me when they all got picked off.
I mean, yeah.
Tracy
especially
was
considering the type of character he is, like it's revealed that
he's
a rapist.
Maddie.
Yeah.
That's what set this whole thing in motion.
Yeah. And he kind of like, he was like throwing his friends under the bus too, and just out for himself basically.
He's like the Golden State Killer.
He's a very bad person.
Yeah.
Right. And I can see that.
And I'm like, I already knew that. Did I need the like rape story on top of that?
Well, I need to know why.
It's just to explain,
yeah.
There could have been. I mean, It's fine.
It's just a way to tighten it, the story.
Yeah. It's an easy way of saying this is truly a bad man, and she is good because you want you to love Maddie. Like, they want you to love her.
I actually agree with what I did think. It wasn't. I was like, oh, it didn't hurt the movie for me, but I did think like. I felt like you didn't have to like pad it in. You said,
but don't you feel
get it.
They had
I already
to?
Thought he would have raped someone. Like I would have assumed that about him.
But like, I feel like it just strengthens that reason to bring her into the story at all.
Well, it makes you know she's not. It's not frivolous to her. It's a real thing, and she is justified. I'm just saying, it's like it could have been something else. I don't know.
Oh, I see
like what
mean.
Kelley said.
I'm sorry,
like,
I gotcha.
It
could have been anything. Is what you're saying? Like, why did it have to be that? I got you. Now. I got you. I was misunderstanding.
Even going a lot worse with it. Like, I felt like it was just the way she even delivers the line. Like,
yeah, they didn't show anything either. It was like
it felt easy, and I wish they had been more creative with it.
It fit the character. It would have been not as if he just humiliated her or something like that.
He glued her butt cheeks together. That would have been great. Why doesn't anybody go back to that well ever? Is the Breakfast Club ruined that for everybody?
Anything.
Yeah.
But
I think now you would go to that and it would be considered like it's in the 80s. People would have laughed. Yeah. But now that would have been like, holy shit, he glued her ass cheeks together.
Yeah. And then you think about it, but for real, like think about like mutilate, like these things that sound like harmless pranks. And then when you really get into the nitty gritty, that has that whole other level of horror to it.
Yeah. Anyway, but it was fine. I wasn't mad at it, or I didn't think it was inappropriate. I wasn't even saying that shouldn't have been the thing. It was more about how it was delivered, how the news was delivered.
Oh. Yeah.
And that it just could have been more creative, as you said.
It ends. They defeat him, but one of the little stones gets out, and it goes under, and it burrows underground. Like when you're at the beach.
Oh yeah.
What are those little
those cute little guys the
little clam looking things?
Those little
clams.
They're not. They're small.
Aren't they clams?
Sand buggers.
Yeah, the little sand buggers that are all over the place when the wave comes in, and then they burrow into the ground, into the sand. Mm-hmm. And you gotta all right, you fucking inland weirdos. Go to a beach. All right.
They're cute little things, but I feel like they would be a nightmare for Kelley.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that.
It would be
not to look for things like that.
No, there's nothing. Anyway,
you don't want this, Kelley. I know you.
It doesn't bother me, and I'm
you don't want this.
So the stone burrows down, and guess what? It awoke Alexis.
Yeah,
our broken neck cheerleader from the beginning, and she's like
a visually great moment for the movie.
Yeah. Great moment. Yeah,
well, it's because she emerges from the villain's body.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was awesome.
Because he was on top of her grave, right?
Yeah. It was like kind of like Dead Alive, that moment where the guy's on the grave and then all the blood goes spraying out.
It was like an alien moment too.
Yeah.
Like this movie was colorful. It was fucking bananas. It was fun.
I actually like it even better talking about it. This is a very strong movie. I felt things, but it was also a crazy cartoon horror splatter movie. There was some very real actual high school interpersonal drama and everything that was going on, the score, the soundtrack, the direction, it was all the acting all at the top. Like
it went places I didn't expect to go. It's like that moment where one of the football players is having sex with the one of the cheerleaders and he's like, it's cold down there.
I thought that was a great horror.
It was funny, but also horrific.
That was a complex.
He said it was ice cold.
Yeah, and then he's talking to his friend after. It's like, I didn't know it was cold down there.
Well, can you, can you imagine? Like, think about everything that they packed into that one scene in this movie.
It brings home what it's like to have sex with a vampire or a corpse.
Well, there's that. There's the body swap is still in effect, where he's having sex with what he thinks is
his girlfriend.
But it's
he wants to be her. They are not. She's a Bible freak.
Regardless,
so much.
Well, this is girlfriend, but they're not fucking.
Right.
It shows like the naivete of the character.
Yeah.
Like, even though he's doing these, supporting this awful character.
But you get three moments there, Andy.
Like, he's still childlike.
Yeah, he's still a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you get all that. You get everything you were just saying about him, and then you get stuff about the two sisters both.
For the same price?
all at once in one scene. That's all.
For that price, you get all of that?
That's character development
Jiminy
three
Christmas.
ways.
Inflation what?
And atmosphere when you add in the horror element that you don't normally get when people are having sex with vampires or undead, which is that her pussy is cold.
That is really unsettling.
Body.
Yeah.
So such a great horror moment on top of the real moments that you're talking about.
Yeah.
This is a great movie.
Yeah, it really is. And I've seen it twice now, and I'll tell you, it's better the second time.
It says at the final, it says All Cheerleaders Die Part 1. I really wish they had the opportunity. I hope they still do. I don't know.
I kind of like this as its own thing.
You're right.
And I like the idea that it has a setup for a sequel that was never made, makes it kind of more charming.
Yeah, it's fun.
For me.
I feel like even if they may never have even intended that, to be a sequel, and just
it could have just been
an homage.
I found the soundtrack on Apple Music. I sent it to you guys because I thought it was really solid.
Yeah, it's good soundtrack.
And actually, Brooke Butler, who plays
Tracy,
is on. She's performing on it. I don't know if it's just dialogue from the movie or not, though.
Okay.
Anyways,
All Cheerleaders Die. 4 thumbs up.
Yeah. I like
8 thumbs up.
I think I gave this like a 6 out of 10 the first time when we did it on the show. Oh, one other thing about that. The first time I reviewed this, like I thought, and this time too, there's an actor in this movie who I kept thinking was Larry Fessenden, but it's not. It's Michael Boehm.
Yeah.
Who was Buck, remember, in Kill Bill, who was Larry in this. Buck, the hospital worker guy.
Yeah. The neighbor guy that they suck off.
Yeah. I was still
when
in
Andy
Kill
says
Bill
suck
mode.
off, he means more in a vampiric way.
They eat him
because
more
when they consume somebody, they end up all shriveled up and mummy-ish.
Yeah, I love that effect too. After the girls feed on their bodies, they're just like shriveled up and desiccated.
Oh yeah, and she has to. We left out that the girl who is the witch has to keep them from getting like tired and sick and kind of rotting. They have to keep drinking blood, so she will keep like cutting herself so they can like feed just enough to keep them around a little bit longer.
There is a sweet love story kind of underpinning this between Lena the witch and Maddie.
It's a very realistically teenage.
They reignite their love for one another.
Yeah, when it is again very realistically teenage in the idea that I feel these feelings so unbelievably powerfully that I'm not going to think about what consequences it brings to do any of this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's very like that's how shit gets felt back then.
Yeah.
You got to think about the poor cops coming across these bodies.
Oh yeah, you watched True Crime in this like in tandem.
I want somebody to make that movie. Your regular run-of-the-mill law enforcement officer stumbling across.
You know what though? They
the
did
aftermath
that.
of
Wellington
this.
Paranormal is basically that.
No, not really.
No,
not what I'm saying.
Are you on a serious version?
Oh Lord, Freddie.
Where you have like guys who go in, it's like the guy who had to like mop up Johnny Depp in The Nightmare on Elm Street,
the crime scene cleaner.
So they're like, it's like lower decks for slasher movies.
Yes.
I gotcha.
I think she just means them stumbling upon them and having to go through a procedural crime.
Yeah. Use their normal procedures on a supernatural.
In a small
event.
town without knowing it's supernatural.
That's a fun idea. If you just go step by step through that and you kind of develop it and you're like, the next thing, it gets funnier the more you think about it.
Yes, it's a veritable hoot and a half.
It's a veritable forest down there.
All right. So next week, we're actually going to be at Horror Hound Weekend.
Yeah. So
provided I'm negative.
There you go.
So no regular show, but hopefully we'll record something to share with you. But again, it all depends on the COVID status.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah. So I just want to tell y'all that.
Sugary sweet, y'all. Sugary sweet.
End of every show. Say hi to our Beelzebubs. Patreon.com/NOTLP if you want to support the show with money.
All right. Yeah, and then you get Topicana and Origins and
Discord or Meetups.
Discord, yeah, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, we might do a extra episode of don't you want to do the Flesh Gordon sequel as an extra episode?
Yeah, I want to watch Flesh Gordon and talk about that.
Yeah, we started it.
We'll put that on the.
And we were like,
Patreon.
wonder if this is going to be a sexy movie. I'd seen it like when it was out on video, and we're like, this is really funny. We gotta watch it together.
It's got animated skeletons.
We
Yeah,
wanted to share it with you.
we were wondering. Like, we were saying, like, is this going to give me a boner, or is it going to make my belly jiggle like a bowl full of jelly?
It can do both.
Yeah, it might
Doesn't
have
have
done
to
both.
be. You don't gotta keep them separated.
Laughing and fucking.
All right, do the thing.
All right, Alise. We just saw her.
See you soon.
Ernie. Perez. I like it when people do that, when they fuck up, but in a cool way. They fuck up somebody's name so they sound tougher. Like Ernie Perez is a guy you don't mess with. Mark Watts. His middle name is Kilo. Bill Farner.
I just got it. Kilowatts.
Yeah. Billy B. Billy BF. Billy Farnes. Professor Farnsworth.
Yeah.
Blake Heath. Jeremy, Cassie, and Gamora. We hope Gamora's feeling better soon. Poor baby.
Yes.
Love you guys. Jeff L.
Jeffel.
Every time I say that, it just like it sounds so cold. Jeff L.
And that's why we call him Jeffel.
Yeah. Iona Goodwin.
I had a great one.
Branan and Emily.
Smooches.
We love you guys. We just saw them on the meetup recently too. Joe Jovelin, who we'll be having dinner with this weekend if we are
Pending
COVID positive,
status.
negative. If we're COVID negative. Otherwise, we'll do it on the glass, against the glass together. We'll have dinner together.
Yeah.
Put 'em on the
Yeah,
glass.
like in Star Trek.
Yeah. Bill Chandler. Blayne Turner. Monica Martinson.
Oh.
Paul Gauthier.
Oh.
Alyssa Boehm.
Hey.
Dr. Brian.
Hi.
Dave Siebert.
I don't know why I started this.
I don't know.
Hi.
Carla Gibson.
Hey.
We have COVID. If we sound less than enthusiastic, it's not you. We just said Carla Gibson. Dustin and Ace Chisam.
And
Lucifer.
Lucifer and Poe. I can't. I didn't. Sorry, Dustin. I'm just kidding. I know you weren't really mad at me.
His
You
cats.
think
are
he's
mad
gonna
at
get
you.
offended if we don't say his cast names?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're a family. And their family is what contributes. Lynn Walsh.
I come from Linda.
That's legit. That's legit.
All right.
But
We did it.
We done did it, kids.
We did do it.
We did it.
We did
We
it.
did it.
All right.
Well, I love you all.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Happy spring.
Oh, yeah.
Frankenstein was wondering if he should go to bed when his old buddy Leatherface put on Dawn of the Dead. And Igor made the nachos in a severed human head, and they enjoy the movie with their friends. David Kessler walks the streets of